The United States is reportedly preparing to pull out of international negotiations on how to tax digital giants. If confirmed, it could have a huge ripple effect on international trade. Let's bring in our business editor, Kate Moody. Kate, good evening to you. What do we know about this unexpected move by the Trump administration?
Well, the Financial Times cites a letter written by U.S. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin saying that the discussions with the OECD have reached an impasse and that the U.S. cannot continue to support the proposed changes even on an interim basis. France's finance minister has confirmed to France 24 that it has received a letter. It says it's speaking to other countries about a possible response, but it gave no further details. Now, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has been overseeing these talks on an international framework for how to tax companies like Google, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon, the Silicon Valley group that's been dubbed GAFA. Those negotiations had been really key to diffusing a transatlantic trade dispute earlier this year. Now, France had imposed its own digital tax, a 3% levy on digital revenue. It angered the Trump administration, which accused France of targeting American companies. It retaliated with its own tariffs on French luxury goods. Now, the two sides called a ceasefire in January, and France suspended that GAFA tax in order to focus on these international negotiations. Very few details have come out since they were launched, and there have been reports that little progress had been made. If the U.S. does indeed pull out, it sets the stage for dozens of countries, including France, to push ahead with their own unilateral digital tax and risk reigniting a trade war with Donald Trump.
Time for a gear change. The European Commission has announced an investigation into the proposed merger between the carmakers, Fiat Chrysler, and the PSA group.
Yeah, it's the production of small vehicles, small vans, Mark, that's really flagged interest here. If combined, PSA and Fiat Chrysler would become the world's fourth biggest car maker, and they'd produce around a third of these small utility vans that are sold in Europe. The Commission is worried that that would quash competition because more people are depending on delivery services, and authorities say that those vans are becoming increasingly important in the market. Authorities could decide to block or ask for modifications on that merger from now until the end of October. Both car makers say they're still hoping to close that $50 billion deal sometime next year, which indicates they're likely to give some concessions. They say the merger will help them save money and pool their resources in developing less polluting vehicles. PSA is the parent company of Peugeot, Citroën, and Opel. It reported record sales last year, but has experienced a slump during the coronavirus pandemic. It is, though, widely seen as being in stronger shape than its regional rival Renault. Renault has needed a separate €5 billion bailout from the French government, in addition to the broader stimulus package that's been outlined for France's car industry.
Kate Moody, our business editor, thank you as ever very much indeed.